What's up, guys? We got the new Camp Fold drop. It's live. We got new shirts, the championship ring shirt, the all-team t-shirt. As you can see how it looks on my guys here. We got the new shorts just in time for the summer, and we got plenty different colorways. The website is live. We have a discount code that you can get 2 items and you get a 15% discount. The code is CF2023. Use that at checkout. Yeah, man, just go cop that, man. We've been working real hard to get this different quality, man. We got the tags on there and everything.
Yes,
this ain't a hang shirt, man.
Yes,
go
sir.
get that. We
Yes,
work real
sir.
hard on these. Website's live.
Cardio family!
Affirmative action.
So it says the Democrats and the liberal media is having a meltdown over the abolish of
Affirmative action.
affirmative action. Okay.
You know what that is?
Yes, I mean when you have to have a certain amount of black people or Hispanic people in your place of business or something like that.
In your institution, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This is just institutions of business, I thought, too.
Well, you know, because schools do it too. That's the thing.
Okay.
Business
Okay, this is in college,
Dude
though.
was denied from all major colleges. He blamed affirmative action. Like
Wow.
the Ivy Leagues,
Because they said
he was
that.
denied from all of them.
Yeah, and he's qualified. You know,
Yeah, he was smart.
Wow.
Listen, we got enough Asians already, buddy.
I just don't think that race should have anything to do
It
with
should
your
be straight
qualifications.
qualifications. No race on the thing. Qualifications only.
But you gotta remember back in the
That's
day,
cool.
you know.
Yeah,
we can't say.
No, I see why they used to have it, but now.
So you don't think that's necessary now?
I don't think it's not. If you want to be equal, then let's make it equal. No race on the thing at all. Only qualifications. When you come in, whatever color you are, that's what color you are. But we want our qualifications.
So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's see if they have a real meltdown. You know, titles boosted
Well, hold on, I
sometimes.
got
for a moment because
Sorry.
we're
What?
Why haven't they make the affirmative action where you had to have a certain amount of transgenders?
Oh
They could get to that. It could get to that. That's like a super fair question. It would get to that.
That is a great question.
That'd be crazy. That's probably why they're trying to hit
just
that.
learning now that decisions on the affirmative action cases have come down. We do not know, again, what the decisions are just yet, but let's go to Laura Coates for that. This, I think, Laura, it is safe to say, is the biggest case facing the court that could have the widest reaching implications.
That is extraordinarily true, and we are all keenly aware of what the consequences could very well be. We know that we do not truly live in a society where race is never a consideration or a factor or thought of.
Black folks, Hispanic folks, step your game up.
No,
Step your damn game up.
I just want to hear what he says real quick.
Quit the bitching. Quit the crying. Step your game up.
Y'all
You don't
agree
like
with
the fact that you're getting your ass kicked in college
Yeah,
admissions to whites and Asians. Then work harder. Work harder.
You can hate from outside.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh
So what does
boy.
this say? Hey, pause it real quick. Pause it. What does this say?
It says Harvard applicants in the top academic decile have different chances of admission depending on race.
Okay.
But
So if
listen,
you're
man.
Asian, you have a 12% chance of getting in. If you're white, you have 15% chance of getting in. If you're a Mexican, Hispanic, you get 31% chance of getting in. If you a nigga,
You got 50 cents to get to Harvard.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. What? That is a crazy.
That's crazy. I should
statistic.
have went to Harvard, boy. Give me that Harvard.
Hey,
I know.
I'm getting in there with the Harvard Masters.
We got fact check.
My ACT was pretty good, but my GPA in high school was terrible, and I got like accepted into some pretty pristine schools, man.
Yeah, I was the
Like
opposite.
Brown. I got
You got accepted into Brown?
Yes, bro.
That's crazy.
William Brown ass boy,
I would've been hurt.
boy.
I would have been hurt.
Man, hold on.
Contact fell off. Y'all know what the Supreme Court has to do with affirmative action? Why they did like?
They get
Supreme
rid
Court
of
has to find us out.
Who get rid of the Democrats?
I don't
Supreme
believe
Court
so.
voted to get rid of it.
So what is
Supreme
it?
Court is the ones who like if you saw people are arguing,
Yeah.
arguing, and then it goes all the way to the Supreme Court. That's like
Yeah.
okay, this is the final say. This is what's happening.
Wow. So y'all think our president has something to do with that? Like,
Well, you got
select
three-
Supreme Court.
No.
Yeah, the court members you get voted in probably. You gotta be a
Like a
politician.
term.
You gotta have some clout. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Y'all think
they're judges.
Trump like
No.
selected them last
judges.
election?
They're the top judges.
That is like top judges.
I think Trump selected them last election.
I think the House. I think
He
the House.
can't just select them.
Yeah.
Not select them, but like.
get voted in.
Yeah, I think the House.
Okay,
control
but
that.
like the people don't vote them in.
I think the
The
House.
House, Congress, and the.
So yeah, it's the
but then people might
Republican
vote.
House.
People might vote.
It's a Republican House that votes them in, probably.
I don't
No,
know.
Republicans
I
are
would-
hard.
I would-
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
The House of Representatives. My phone's in there.
Yeah, the House. I think the House of Representatives.
Who votes in the House of Representatives? Not the
Who
Supreme
decides
Court.
who are the members of the Supreme Court?
Yeah, that's two different people. Those two different legislations.
Do you know the 3 branches of government?
Chill, man.
Do you know?
It says the president nominates someone for vacancy
Hold
on the court, and the Senate votes to confirm the nominee, which requires a simple majority.
So the Senate has the final vote.
Yeah, the Senate.
The president said, I want him.
You,
All right, we're going to vote.
he's
Do we
good.
want him or not?
But the
I
Senate
want him.
decides.
Okay.
But the Senate,
It's the people in the house.
yeah, and if he's in office, that's his people.
It says, in this way,
Right.
the executive and legislative branches of the federal government have a voice in the composition of the Supreme Court.
So
See,
it's
it's a
his
system
people.
of checks and balances, you know?
But it's gonna be
There's
his
no power
people.
higher.
No, it's not, bro.
Like, I bet you didn't know.
There's a way to check everything.
Guess
That's
who-
why it's the system of that's
Guess
the
who-
system. That's the way it's set up.
Yeah, they're nominated by the president, confirmed by the court.
I bet you I don't know who.
They're nominated by the president, so the president selects them, and then the supporters say, "Yeah, I like him." So
Yes.
Trump selected them.
Yeah, but then they had to get confirmed by other people.
So
Don't
how
say
many?
just Trump. Like,
Okay, so how many years do they? How many years did they get?
It said life tenure, if I'm not mistaken.
I bet you I didn't know who declares wars in the government.
It
This
says
is the
they hold their offices under life tenure. Yeah, so
Let me
life.
see how smart.
journal, the general.
Nope.
Who?
Congress.
Yeah, life appointments.
Well, I might be wrong here. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I thought the president was.
Everybody's been wrong.
Yes,
Fox CNN.
we've got a mixture of opinions here. This is one of those ones where we've got a majority opinion, we've got concurrences, we've got dissents. Let me read you a little bit from the majority opinion, which of course will control here, written by the Chief Justice. He says both Harvard and UNC, so again, you've got a public and a private school, but both take federal money. Both programs lack sufficiently focused and measurable objectives warranting the use of race anywhere in their admissions process. That they're unavoidably employing race in a negative manner involving racial stereotyping. That's what these Asian American students had alleged, and lack meaningful endpoints. We've never permitted admissions programs to work in that way, and we will not do so today. They do go on to say, though, at the same time, as all parties agree, nothing in this opinion should be construed as prohibiting universities from considering an applicant's discussion of how race affected his or her life through discrimination, inspiration, or otherwise. So these essays that students will write, possible students, the applicants will write, talking about what their experience has been. The court says, we're not going to rule that out. Of course, people can have discussions about what led them to this point in their life, whatever that is. They go on to say a benefit to a student who overcame racial discrimination, for example.
I feel like it probably is a great thing to get rid of it, because like I can see if it's another race and they actually trying their hardest, and our race is like 50% of us can get in there, and
it's not fair.
We're not trying to attain that. You might as well let the people that's trying to.
The students at UL, like the
thing.
international students who like aren't athletes, it's like there's only gonna be a certain amount of them. Kind of like it's like that.
They're probably
like
getting sponsored.
Yeah, so like they are like top level. Like they are going to make it for like every student from Ghana. I never seen one to make. Like I seen one made a beat. They was hot, livid.
Yeah, I had a guy in my class, my data class, he was doing Python. It's like high level coding. He was a freaking genius.
Yeah, they be
He's from
smart.
Africa.
Well, it's like, America's like a stock right now. We're going down, but we got to get back up. I think this right here is a good way to go back
trending up. We're
Because,
trending up.
we're not America if we can't just.
But
This is un-American to do something like that. To have this.
I can also see the downfall of that too in the future, because you never know, somebody be like,
No, that's what they said. They're taking race completely off the application.
that's hard.
So yeah,
But you can still got to feel.
I mean,
Names.
Yeah.
You can tell somebody what type of race they is off their name.
yeah,
Yeah, not always though.
but.
Stop. Look, you a special
But like,
occasion,
that's
bro.
totally
That's
different
not
though.
exactly it, buddy.
Who's gonna do something like that? That's like the same
Brandon.
Think about your name,
Brandon
Albert.
could be the one.
That's like having a certain amount of students, right? And then you have like the statistic that was pulled up. If you were at 13% of the students in your if a great black person applies, you can't accept him. He's done.
What you mean?
Like, okay, so you have 13% of like students in your school is black, right? So once if somebody applies, he's not getting in.
Oh no, that's not what I was saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Affirmative action. That's what that was.
No, it says
That was
number
your
of people.
percent chance of getting
percent
accepted.
chance, yeah.
Oh,
9% chance of the
I'm
population.
tweaking. And I'm tweaking.
So it's just
So
saying,
they're saying literally
black
you
people
still
have
love
a 56% chance of being, but that's probably because they probably introduced this because they did not have a lot of black students. So in order to get more black students, they had a 56% chance of
Well, I'm
getting
looking at it
accepted,
wrong
and they
here.
probably had a lot of Asian American students.
Yeah.
Therefore, they're like, okay, we're overrepresented in these students,
So we don't need
we
them.
need to make it more diverse on campus. So as employed to get diversity, they introduced affirmative action, and the people who were least represented on school had a higher chance of getting admitted. That's what was happening.
Well, that's
And
not
then-
fair to the
yes,
Asian.
It's not
whites.
fair to the Asian kids who are getting denied because the black kid, they want more black kids on campus.
And he's smarter than him.
Introduce, yeah. Well, we can't say that.
No. In the
they're saying the Asian Americans that had a grind with this, they were getting denied when they felt they were qualified. And they had a 13% chance of getting accepted, and a black kid who's just as qualified has a 56% chance of getting accepted.
Is that not racist?
They're saying that's not fair. They're saying they're being denied. He's been denied even though he's qualified and he's Asian. And there's a lot of Asians on campus, so they don't want more Asians on campus. That's why they have a lower chance of getting accepted. They have less black kids on campus, so they can be equally as qualified, but the black kid has a higher chance of getting in because there's less black people on campus. That is what affirmative action is saying, and the people who are less likely to get accepted are saying it's not fair.
Yeah,
and there's already a lot of black people.
So do y'all think it's racist?
I won't say it's racist, but I will say it's not fair. It makes things not fair based on your race, therefore making it racist.
Can we say it's racist? Because a lot of this shit is based off of culture.
That's what I'm saying. It's not racist.
You are looking at this the wrong way. They could be equally as qualified. They're not taking black kids who are less qualified.
I know. I'm not saying that they're not less. I'm saying the reason it's really like that is because it's more Asian kids that's trying to actually enter that school. Like us as a culture, we don't promote.
You don't know that, bro.
No, he's saying there's more Asians like.
He's saying that black culture is saying not go to Ivy League. That's not what
but
it
is
true.
What you mean? Like
there's more black people in America than Asians probably. But there's more Asians at like Harvard and all them schools.
They're probably going for that because
that's what they thought they value.
Go for that. I'm not gonna say that black people.
I don't see why they would do that.
Not as much as Asians.
I don't see why I don't see why they would do that though. I mean, right now,
all my black friends have degrees.
Black people are
in high school, keep
at a high rate. So why would they promote?
The black kids I hang out with, every single one went to college.
But statistically speaking,
what I'm trying to figure out though. So if black people are decreasing at a higher rate in America, why would they promote just to get more black people?
Because there's less black kids at the school.
But what is that? Okay, if we're decreasing, like why do you care about school?
They're trying to make it more diverse. They want more black kids.
They get funding because of that.
They get money because people can be like,
there's no black kids at your school.
People can look at the school and be like, oh, there's no black kids at our school. Well, there's no black kids applying. So this way, to make them apply, and get more black kids on campus, you're 56% more likely to get accepted rather than an Asian kid when they have a lot of Asian kids.
Maybe a parent will want to send their kid to a diverse school, so they have that experience,
Well, shit, you want to go to Ivy League? That's the top school. That's best of the best.
So maybe that would be a reason that they would do that. Just I don't understand why would they do that if you're just decreasing something.
Why make you like better? They want to make the campus more diverse.
Diversity is a good thing.
They want diversity is a good thing. They want more people that are different on campus. When they have a plethora of white and Asian kids on campus, they're like, oh well, let's try to get other kids on campus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hispanics and
the diverse campus is always good for the country. Let's see if they melt down.
Must be tied to that student's courage and determination, or benefit to a student whose heritage or culture motivated him or her to assume leadership positions, those kinds of things. So basically they say the universities have too long done the opposite. They've used race in a way that's actually hurt other races. They've concluded wrongly that the touchstone of an individual's identity is not challenges bested, skills built, or lessons learned, but only the color of their skin, and our constitutional history does not tolerate that choice. Let me read you just a little bit from the dissent. This one is written by Justice Sotomayor. She says, the court is standing in the way and rolling back decades of precedent and momentous progress. It holds race can no longer be used in a limited way in college admissions to achieve critical benefits. In holding so, the court cements a superficial role of color blindness as a constitutional principle in an endemically segregated society where race has always mattered and continues to matter. So a clear split between the two sides in this case.
So what's interesting about this conservative move, I have to mention this because I know a lot of people will have an issue with this, and I would love to hear you guys' opinion on this. This is a fascinating part of this rule.
They saying take race out the application.
She's saying that's racist. She's saying that race matters in the application.
So like when they do like census and stuff, like how would they be able
to? That's different, bro.
That's different, yeah.
We trying to let people
know.
I would have thought it's like the same thing. Like, well,
that's not the same.
How we know how many black people? How many?
On the census, you have to fill that out. That's part of the census.
But how you know how many people are signing up that's like a certain race then to your
now
school?
It's on that.
They don't want that to be a factor though.
But like, how would you how
you figure that out once they get enrolled?
Yeah,
that's some different ways to figure that out. This is to get in the school, the admissions process. They're saying there's no race on that, so that way it's an even playing field for everybody. It's colorblind, so you can be Taj Woodfield, male, with a 3.9 GPA trying to get in. They don't care what you are.
So basically, these schools was giving out black privilege.
I ain't gonna say that. They're just trying to get more black kids on campus.
Black students in the 50th percentile are more likely to get in than white students.
Well, there's probably way more white students on campus. That's why. And they're trying to get more black kids on campus.
Yeah, that is true. There's more white people applying. And,
there's probably way more white kids getting in. They're trying to get more black kids on campus.
So it might be like...
So I won't really say black.
It's way more white people at Harvard than black people.
Hold on. An African American student in the 40th percentile of their academic index is more likely to get in than an Asian student in the 100th percentile.
That's insane.
Because it's true. Asian people value education high, so they all trying to get it. So they all, I'm trying to be better than him. I'm trying to be better than him. So that's why they not even getting in because the Asian homies is so smart.
Damn, so
they messed up.
They helping our ass.
Yeah, they helping our ass. We ain't doing shit.
I told you our culture, bro. That's the culture, bro.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what it is.
That is insane.
But it is black people. We can't say it is black people that is getting that.
No, yeah. It's the nigga culture.
Definitely.
But I'm just saying.
The subculture.
That subculture.
Oh my God.
Subculture is
that.
Okay. Well, Joe Biden talks about it. Wait, colleges should consider. Okay, this must be out because Joe Biden hasn't even spoke about it when he got to really speak about it.
Adversity.
Okay, click it.
I'm surprised he talking about it. He trying to mess up Title IX.
A student grew up and went to high school. It means understanding the particular hardships that each individual student has faced in life, including racial discrimination that individuals have faced in their own lives. The court says, quote, nothing in this opinion should be construed as prohibiting universities from considering an application's discussion of how race has affected his or her life, but be it through discrimination or inspiration or otherwise.
I recant my former statement.
What?
Maybe there was a little black privilege in there.
Yeah.
We're talking about the racial discrimination. All right, now you bullshit.
Yeah.
Now they're just trying to justify it.
We are equal, man. We equal. We believe we is equal. We can do the same things they can do.
It's just
we
a decision.
I think we should be held to the same
We don't
standard.
need a handout. We don't pat on the ass.
I think we should
Here
be
you
held
go,
to
little
the
black
same
boy.
standard.
They didn't give us that pat on the ass.
People still won't
We
use
don't
it.
know where we would be.
I'm gonna keep it 100. People still getting a handout and not using it.
No, but I think if you get,
That's true.
like for example, y'all seen the Batman movie whenever the dude trying to jump on the thing?
Yeah.
And he said, don't use no rope.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like, we're not gonna help you, so you better help yourself. It'll make you, I gotta grind instead of, they're gonna help me.
But be it through discrimination or inspiration or otherwise, end of quote. Because the truth is, we all know it, discrimination still exists in America. Discrimination still exists in America. Discrimination still exists in America.
Yeah, so I want you guys to understand the sleight of hand that is being played here by.
He was saying that discrimination is against black people, basically, on that clip.
No,
I think he was just talking about
in general.
like minorities.
Yeah,
in general.
minorities in general.
Okay.
I'm still messed up. Blacks is 56%. That is just.
Well, it's probably like no black people on campus there.
Yeah,
That's probably why that's so high.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Like
can see
that's
why.
why it's harder. There's probably lots of Asians, probably lots of white people, probably a good amount of Mexicans, and barely any black
Exactly
people.
why.
We can look up the student population.
I want to see the map down
Alright.
here.
Because ain't Harvard in like Pennsylvania?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm asking like the location.
Yeah, but what does that location have to do with anything?
Because that can kind of factor a
Hold
tad
on,
bit
brother.
shit
Let
on
me
us.
sit
That's
down.
Ivy League school. That's top Ivy League school. Okay, it says the class of 2026 at Harvard is 14% black, 27% Asian, 11.9% Hispanic, and 3.6% Native American. Where's the white people?
That's the rest.
We can add that up.
Yeah, that's the rest.
We can add that up.
Hold on. Let's see if I can find it.
I mean, I already knew
Okay,
what it was going to be, to be
it
honest.
says there's 30,000 total students. Pretty good size.
It's only 10 more from ours.
It's 37% white, 21% Asian. That's why they're harder to get in because there's more of them. 12% international, whatever that is.
That's all. Like, yeah.
Okay, it's 11% Hispanic and 8.7% black and 7.6% multi-ethnic, so like mixed kids, I
So
guess.
whites are doing that much better. How many white people are in the United States, bro? How many black people? Can you look
It's
it up?
13%.
13% black people. Probably.
And how much white people?
Like 60.
60% of white
Why you
people.
surprised? This ain't country.
Yeah, we been said it. Why you surprised? What?
75% white. 13.6% black, 1% American Indian.
So we can't just say they're just doing
1%
that much
American
better,
Indian, 6% Asian.
We gotta pick it up.
We gotta populate.
We gotta pick.
It's
And we have the highest
19%.
abortion
It's
rate.
19% Hispanic.
We have the highest abortion
Yeah, the
rate.
highest abortion rate.
Yeah, we gotta populate. That's the problem.
And we the ones killing each other
75%
most.
black, 13%
We do homicide.
75% white, 13% black, 1% American Indian, 6% Asian, 0.3% Pacific Islander, 3% mixed, 19% Hispanic.
It's more Hispanic people.
Boy, hell yeah.
In the United States than black people.
Yes, that's the
Mexico
highest
is
growing.
gonna-
That's the
they're on
highest
the same
growing
continent.
Yeah, that's the highest growing
They're on the same
race.
continent, bro. Mexico is on the same continent as the U.S.
Mexico used to be part of Texas, bro.
Yeah, that's why they
That's
trying
when
to.
we went to war to get Texas, the Texas American War, Texas Mexican War.
That's
Think
why,
about for African to come here, they have to come a long way.
that's why a lot of people say, black people
That is crazy.
is doing genocide to themselves right now. So it's getting worse.
Yeah,
too.
but that's
Because
okay.
we killed ourselves. He said we killed ourselves at the highest rate, killed each other at the highest rate.
And we have
Abortions at the
abortions.
highest rate.
And we promote.
the highest incarceration rate.
And boy, and we got the highest heritage rate.
Yeah, our subculture
We
is.
got the highest damn STD rate.
Oh my
Our
god.
subculture is the death of us.
Let's see this last clip. My brain is
Why
ready.
affirmative action is a good thing. It is not preferential. You're bringing diverse opinions to the table. What Charles and I are bringing to this conversation today is very different than what white former federal prosecutors would be bringing to you today. So it's just the timing that you happen to have these two black former prosecutors here. So it's a sea change. Because what's going to happen, as Charles said, which happened in California, is like, we're not going to take race into account anymore in our public colleges and everything will be fine. And as we see, that's not happening. So it is not preferential. Race is one factor. And it's not like, okay, as I said, there were only 3 black people in my law school graduating class. And that probably was affirmative action. But now that schools no longer have to consider race, I fear what will happen and will there be many lawyers who look like Charles and I in the future, or doctors, or accountants. It is a problem, and it's not preferential treatment.
Eddie Glaude, you're with us.
That's on the
Your
culture's
thoughts.
value of education.
It's kind of like
It's the culture, bro.
Exactly.
It's really the culture, bro.
It's like-
That's what it says down to, bro.
The Asians aren't white. They are getting white privilege.
I feel bad, man. So I kind of want to agree with both, but I mean,
I can't.
I can't agree with it, bro.
Hell no.
Our culture is known for not caring about education.
But I think their point was like they probably wouldn't be there if it wasn't for that though. So it's like
Bro.
You can't say that, bro.
But that was back then. That was back then. Whenever it's racist,
Bro.
like way back.
I promise
Now,
you,
in the
you know what they think though? They think that it's gonna be someone racist behind closed doors, and if they don't meet these certain statistics, then they're just not gonna let any black people in at all.
But I mean, hey, maybe that happened, maybe it don't. Because there's bad apples everywhere. But I know that if you take race off there completely, call yourself whatever you want, change your name then if you are scared to get discriminated against. Call yourself Johnny Appleseed.
That's not possible though, bro.
Call your name.
Yeah,
Change your name at the courthouse,
Yes,
bro.
you-
Get you about now. 150. Go out there and change your
They
name.
said they're gonna take race off of it. Then okay, all right, yeah.
Go change your name and get your
Don't
ass
get
in
that
school.
anything stupid.
Go in there, Pat
You're right.
Smith,
You're right.
Pat
Don't get that
Jones.
anything stupid then.
Johnny
It won't be a
Jones.
But I
problem.
we was keeping it 100. Everybody might say I'm wrong for saying this, but you think there was a lot of black people that was applying to be a lawyer? Well, you don't even. Like, we don't. Huh?
My mom's a lawyer.
That's a rare case. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
That it. Like,
Look about these black people.
statistically, that's a rare case. Like your situation, Brandon. That shit rare, nigga.
Look at my rare case.
I know.
Like nigga, that's a rare case. I swear to God. That shit,
personally, for sure.
that shit is rare, my nigga. Like everything you have seen, that shit is rare. Like to me personally,
It is.
Look how many black people are lawyers.
That shit not normal.
That shit not normal at all.
Look how many black people are lawyers.
It's normal to you, but it ain't normal.
Nigga, let me
at
take you
all.
to Tennessee, Michigan, all them pure niggas. I'm gonna study that. That big
But
trash.
it's so
What
bad.
percent of lawyers are black?
Nigga thought I was gonna be a lawyer because I went to college. So when you say exactly, nigga.
That is crazy.
Niggas promote not even dealing with law enforcement, my nigga. You think he's gonna?
That's the police, dude. No, that's the police.
Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Indeed, affirmative action is now banned nationwide from the college admission process. What is the impact?
Well, to be honest with you, we will return to elite institutions, more specifically being the space for a particular population, for predominantly white and Asian students. We will begin to see a kind of segregated higher education landscape. And the irony, of course, as I try to, I've anticipated this decision, but to hear it, I'm kind of still, I'm trying to manage my emotions. But, this was just one remedy, affirmative action, the only remedy to the legacy of discrimination in admissions in American higher education. Only one remedy. And so here they've taken it away. And so where we find ourselves is we're going to go back to those classes where you have 1, 2, 3. We're already had a small percentage of black and brown students in elite institutions. That percentage will get even smaller.
Yeah, so I don't understand what these people don't understand about the idea that you cannot fix racism with more racism, okay? It sucks, but you can't fix what happened in the past.
They're saying we already don't have any black people in the school right now. Is that because the school is racist? Or is that because we're not valuing education enough?
That's truly what it is, bro.
The school ain't racist. They want black people to come. We just seen the stat. You got 56% better chance if you black. Just come.
Like, nigga, you
just
told us.
Please.
You tell us you just get an A to go to class?
Yeah.
You think they finna go to the...
Yeah, that's true. We know how it is at Southern.
Man, stop playing around that bitch, man.
Not at HBCUs, but some of them, maybe.
No, my dad was a professor at HBCU.
Well, they
He said that you did not have to take an ACT to get accepted at one point.
That is a
to
problem.
get into Langston University.
That is a problem.
He said the education was color. Then he went to Oklahoma State and things changed.
Like, bro, really think about it.
I think like
we know what Asian kids are doing right now in the room.
Right now. Why we doing this?
Why we they in that big
Hey, here is the computer real quick. I see some crazy
They in that big hitting the violin right now. You got some bad apples like us. That's probably you got some but majority of them
go for the subculture. One comment saying, GG Dolphin, this is great news. We're one step closer to ending black privilege.
Damn.
Black privilege is crazy. Black privilege is crazy. H-Bob 2. Imagine being punished for being too smart for a university. This fuels more hatred and division amongst people.
Man,
I'm gonna keep it 100.
I don't give a damn what nobody.
I'm a person. I mean, they're not qualified.
That is true though.
I guarantee you, 99% of them comments did not go to college.
I can't be bullying.
You was not smart enough to get in.
They don't make me not smart enough.
Yes, it does. You was not smart enough to get in. Why are you mad?
So does this fuel more hatred?
This is not a problem that you need to be worried about. You stupid mother.
You alright though. I
didn't go to college, but it's not fair for us. Shut your ass up.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's like me being mad that mechanics got it hard.
Some of the comments might have went to college though. You don't know, man.
Some of them might have, man. I'm a prime example. If you want to go to college, you go to college. Because I think it was not accepted at any of them goddamn universities.
And he went to a junior college. We got out the mud.
So I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh no, nigga.
No. Hey, you are not.
If you want it, you can get it. I'm not putting that in. That's all these niggas got.
Nigga said, I'm trying.
Well, this is crazy. Y'all know how I said something about Trump though. He said this comment, Batman for president. Batman? No. That's his name. Oh. Batman for president. He said, let's all take a minute to thank President Trump for appointing the 3 consecutive Supreme Court justices. Maybe he's stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. Hey, I don't know. Maybe he's stupid. Hey, I don't know. Maybe. Hey, I think this is a trend in the right direction. Let us know.
I'm keeping it 100. You keeping the Asian dude, the Asian qualified. He can't go in.
Messed up.
I feel like that's messed up.
At that point, they're just taking the best of the best because there's so many of them.
That's what you do. Let them do it. Take the best of the best. That's what's gonna make.
Why is it the bad thing?
No, I'm saying take the best of the best, period. That's what's gonna make this country better. Take the best of the best, period. Whoever's qualified, you get it. And if it's 100 Asians and no niggas, then that's what it is. If I'm not good enough to do it, don't let me in. It's the same thing as football. It's the same thing as football. You put the best players in. Yeah, that's how you win. That's how you win. We need a wide receiver on the team. The country can't win playing soft. We need the best players in the game. If Cooper Cup is the best, put Cooper Cup.
You want the best doctor?
You want the best. You want further extra or you want the best? You want the best or people from Africa? Bro, whoever to build the country, you need the best of the best, period. Exactly. So, I mean, that's what I said. Okay, that's what makes America great, though. We take all races, we take the best
regardless of what race you is.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Football, anything. School, anything.
Well,
Jobs,
this is a great
anything.
video, man. This is
Coaching,
very
anything.
informational. I don't know when they did this, when it happened. We need to look that up. Yeah, you guys let us know what y'all think in the comments. Hit us on Instagram. Let us know what y'all think.